Good morning, Alpha Traders on YouTube. Let's pop over onto this Alpha Trading Discord. Let's see these degens.
Or to what we do with VRE.
There's the degens.
Part of it. And I'm not trying to. I think it's between you and I think it was a lot of double talk there, and all of a sudden he's long, and then all of a sudden he's short, and this. So listen, until I sit down there with him, I'll know right away. But that aside, he has a guy in London that programs, and he can't work with him. So I said, well, I do know somebody. So if it works out, it works out. If not, then no big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's cool.
Cool. All right. Well, good. Then I'll DM you later on, and I appreciate it. So hopefully, if something happens, and if not, we're all good. Cool.
Cool. Yeah. Never hurts to explore stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. How's everybody else doing?
Exploration.
Wow, that's a big word. That's exploration. That's 4 syllables. My biggest one so far today is refrigerator. Think how many times a day.
Is it running?
What?
Is it running?
Yeah, mine not catching it, right?
Catch that some bitch. It's got all your food.
Kids today just don't get it, you know?
I know.
Good
so
stuff.
One other thing and Scott, I was telling you this last week, this Apex thing, I'm almost done with this eval on this Apex, and then come to find out that even if I pass this Apex, I'm still going to be in a simulated account, even though I'm grinding out money, and they're just paying me out of their pocket, which it's a scam.
Yeah, it's all scamming.
So if you're telling me, over the next 3 months, let's say I ground out, let's just say hypothetically I grind like $25,000, I would get paid out at least 5 or 10 of it. But then after that, then I would get a live account, and they have the right to copy and sim trade me. So that means I'd be trading against my own firm.
Yeah, it's silly, right?
That's incredible. I cannot believe that there's no legislation or anything. It's front running or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Backstabbing. Front running and backstabbing. I said backstabbing.
Yeah, backstabbing in front. I mean, so if you're copying my own trades, and then how the hell do I know if I'm only on a simulator, and then you're putting out the real thing? That means I'm not even affecting the market. So even though my simulator says I made the trade, it never hit the tape.
Right.
Not that I'm big enough to make, not
that means that they're just giving you a share of the profits that you would have made if they would have let you run your own trade. Instead, they're taking those profits and giving you a cut of that.
Yes.
And when you lose, if you don't win enough, then they just cut you off without actually.
Exactly, Josh. That's such horse shit. I cannot believe this is legal.
Oh, I can believe it's legal.
You can?
I can absolutely. Oh, hell yeah.
Well, explain to me like I'm 5, because I don't get it, man. I mean,
because they can say we have a 90-day, trial period for our employees or whatever, or for our contractors, and we want to see that they're not putting our finances at risk and blah blah blah. And so it's like the trial periods.
Well, that's what evaluation is.
Right. So they're just putting you on an extended one without sharing all that information to you up front.
That's fucking horse shit, man.
And their marketing material says they don't do that. So
they're duplicitous.
That's duplicitous.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. If there's one thing about the people in the financial industry, it's you can count on them being duplicitous.
Yeah, well, I know. Hence why all the freaking rules changed when I was in there, because guys who were making $300,000-400,000, it wasn't good enough. And like we all were making $300,000 a year, and no, one guy's got to make $2 million. Boom, $700 million injunction comes down. All the market makers, all the rules changed. 97. It's insane. It was so good back then, dude. And then everything, the markets ran orderly. There was none of this bullshit that goes on like that. Stop it. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, and then then when I did make a lot of money, I decided to stuff some of it. And that didn't help.
You could always buy crypto.
Dude, I know you guys are killing me with this crypto. I mean, the only non-crypto guy in the world is me. I join your room.
Just teasing, man. Just teasing.
I know, dude. Yeah.
Oh,
this is myself. Yeah.
Just joking.
This little birdie is fucking. Oh, she's back down. Okay. Dude, they hit almost 3. 0.2, 0.28. Back down to 0.2.
What, the
Yeah,
bird
I've
app?
been hearing about this. I've been hearing about this good opportunity in was it BONK? BONK?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm looking at the
Yeah.
chart right now.
The
Yeah.
good opportunity.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, if you're telling me it always producing coins or it's always making more coins, then it just dilutes itself, doesn't it? Or no?
Well, yes, and they also burn a bunch, right? So
They're
kind of
burning the shit out of
control
BONK. They're burning the
They
shit
did
out of
burn
BONK.
a trillion of them.
And
I
it is,
don't get it. Sorry. I just
Well,
don't. Yeah.
like
I hope
some
you
guy that owns a whole bunch of NFTs called D-Gods that are also on Solana or that were on Solana or whatever. He's moving them off. They're moving them off of Solana. Anyway, he was a big proponent of these D-Gods thing and of moving it off of Solana. And so apparently they gave him a bunch, because they gave all the big wallet holders of Solana a bunch of BONK, and he was one of the big wallet holders, obviously. And so they just announced recently that Matt posted in the channel, that they just burned his allotment of BONK. So half of, like 500 billion BONK went up in smoke, or digital smoke, so to speak.
So it just goes away when they burn it?
not half a billion, 500 billion.
I said $500 billion.
Half a
500
trillion.
Yeah,
He
man.
said that.
Yeah.
He said half a trillion.
Yeah, man. It's
500 billion, whatever.
But okay, so if a half a trillion goes away, how long does it take to make another half a trillion?
As long as they choose to. I mean, it's right now the max total supply is 99 trillion.
99 trillion?
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
99.7 trillion.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
And it just went up 15. 99, like 15 little tokens in the last second when I refreshed my.
We have
P-Fun.
313 Solana now on this, Scott. 2/3 of your free drop.
That's
10
2/3 of my
bucks.
free drop, what it's worth right now.
Yeah, so that's like $3,000, right? Or $4,000, right?
$4,267.
Dude, not that you know that off the top of your head.
Yeah, good. Quick. I'm good with maths.
Zero on like Christmas Day or something, or whenever they dropped it.
Here's the thing with BONK, P-Funk, is that it's a community meme token. And people are asking, well, what use case does it have? It doesn't have to have a use case.
Right.
It has to have a good community behind it. Dogecoin, the OG fucking meme coin, has got almost a $10 billion market cap.
No. You don't have to sell me. You got me the other day. I just didn't pull the trigger.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to sell you. I'm just saying that this is what BONK's all about, and it's as we speak. It's already listed on like 3 centralized exchanges. It's getting ready to drop on Binance, Coinbase, blah 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 blah. I'm having a fun time. I'm gonna ride the pump. I've been buying little chunks too, because it's like people are like, it's too risky. I'm like, risk is my game. Risk plus volatility equals returns. It's always been that way. It always will be that way. Right?
So now I gotta buy $100 worth. Never goes to a penny.
This thing, hey, this is just my opinion. But
if it goes to a penny, you retired. You know that, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, a penny. Think about that. A fucking penny.
Yeah, man. But it's like, because of what Solana went through with getting dragged into this mess with FTX, people didn't realize how strong the community was behind Solana. So it's not like everybody. It's not like everybody was like, "Oh, I'm leaving Solana. Solana's dying." All the people that know what Solana is are sticking around, and then some devs are like, "You know what? Solana needs a meme token." So they make this meme token, and they drop half of the supply to holders in the Solana ecosystem that held different NFT projects.
Right.
And is pretty much is what it was. Everybody was supposed to get about 93 million BONK per NFT of the collections that were chosen. And one of my collections, I had 42 whales, so I got dumped a shitload of BONK, and I'm still shorted some because it was a free airdrop process, and they had some issues. So the devs are trying to work it out, and they're going to get everybody the rest of their BONK. But
they didn't hand out the Bubble Goose holders.
No.
Oh man.
No.
Why not?
Well, maybe they shouldn't have wanted their separation from Wagme Beach. I mean, it's kind of a debacle on their end. I don't know, and I didn't like the way they handled it over there. I'm not too happy with Bubble Goose.
I thought you said there's part of Wagme Beach still.
No. There's a separation happening. Carl I don't look. I'm behind the scenes now again. We haven't really discussed it. I know the rest of the Dow has, so I'm not up to speed on exactly what has happened, but I don't like the way their camp handled it, and they went on Twitter. One of the CTO, I think, went on Twitter and kind of gave like a fuck you to Wagme Beach and shit. It was real shady. So
isn't Bubble Geese was created by?
Yeah,
Wagme?
man. That's why it's insane. I'm not even.
So why would they let it split? That doesn't make any sense.
Dude,
Ego,
Or whatever.
they're not. Yep. It's always that, right, P-Funk? It's always
egos and attitudes, bro.
Yeah,
It's
totally, dude.
Fucking Wall Street, man.
Yeah, for sure.
People get all the fucking money. Trust me, I've seen it for 35 years. Doing shit, man, and it's incredible what it brings out of somebody.
Yeah. And
No
so,
offense, out here.
yeah, this bonk 15-minute chart's just ridiculous. I woke up and I just laughed because every day I've woken up, it's like it's pumped like fuck. It's doubled in price. So yeah, it's wild. It's wild. It's crypto. This is why I'm in crypto. Everybody knows. There's a lot of risk. There's a lot of reward, and there's a lot of volatility that creates the fucking return. So I'm all for it. A little change up, and it's literally everybody's rallying around it in the Solana ecosystem. Another reason why Solana pumped up to $14. Literally, it was down to what, $7.50. Sol's literally just ripped the market's butt compared to all the other cryptos in the last few days.
Okay. It's
pretty good. It's pretty good. But let's run through this real quick. Let's see what's going on. Let me
I gotta jump off here in a minute, go over there. So listen, do me a favor, take a look at NASDAQ minis if you wouldn't mind, if you wouldn't mind. I know you guys got
I was just getting ready to give a rip down. So that NASDAQ E-minis, you can see what's going on this day right here. So acquired the weekly range again, right? We're on top side of it right now. What's it popping at? What is it? 1114. Yeah, it's not bad. It's up 66 points, 65 points, something like that. 0.6%.
I think it just bounced off the weekly, right?
Yeah. This is the bottom side. This little bounce right here. That's right here. You can see it's loving up here on the top side of the 68.3 Laplace. It opened down. Here's the 68.3 Laplace range. It rejected off the middle of the weekly range a few times, then had a little burst here. Now it's popped. Now it's bouncing off the bottom in the center of the weekly range. Actually looks pretty good, to be honest. If it can stay up above here, S&P minis, same thing. It literally doing the same move. Up here messing around with the weekly range. Gotta love that. Let me run through these real quick. Let's see here. So yeah, in although NASDAQ's up a little more, the SPY minis are only up like 16 points. Let's see, SPY itself closed 0.42% down, Russell 0.6% down, Triple Q's 0.68 down. Dow Jones kind of went sideways yesterday. Oil's interesting, right? It's getting smacked around a little bit right now, which I'm seeing at the pump. I love it. Excuse me.
Crazy. It was a hell of a sell-off.
Yeah. The last couple of days of this new year, looks like metals are having a good little run. Not up big, but they're definitely been in the green, right? Definitely been in the green.
Silver, man. That's still been a nice move, dude. 18 to 20 points silver. It's a big freaking move.
Yeah, man. Silver gets up there, breaks that 25 mark. I mean, this thing could it could start pushing towards that 30 mark. Who knows, man? You'll have all the silver bugs going crazy, that's for sure. Tesla can't get out of the way of itself. Got the fucking...
My guy that I listen to is pretty smart. He's talking $75 on that.
On Tesla? Yeah, we'll see. Right? We'll see what happens. I mean, because you don't know. This is all fucking...
Of course.
It's driven by certain... Elon's just, he's definitely not making any new friends. That's for damn sure, right?
No, he's not, man.
Pissing everybody off. But so, yeah, it's down there pretty much hanging around the lows. Google down 1% yesterday. Google up 1% yesterday. Apple, I was shocked. I really was. Down 3.75%. Meta was up 3.6%. Netflix sideways. And Nike was up 1.5%. FedEx up 2.35%. Amazon looks like, Amazon, it was just, couldn't get out of the way of itself there for a little bit. Looks like it's starting to move the top side up 2.17%. What else? Yeah, Uber and Lyft. Uber and Lyft have been going up slowly too. Another couple trades I'm in with the February expiration. Kind of a no-brainer. They're both like at lows, man. Amazon too. And it's just like, what the hell? Let's go, baby. Give it some time. Coinbase, on the other hand, definitely can't get out of the way of itself. Kind of surprised it's still dumping down. I mean, down another 5%.
33, wow.
Yeah, down to 33. Kind of got into a position with the February expiration on coin too. So got
I
a
see you follow Boyle too, huh? I follow Boyle too.
Yeah, a little Boyle. That's where the real DJs go to party, right?
Yeah,
Good
you
time
said
to
must have
match your
matched
dad.
it, dude, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, other than that, what are bonds? Bonds up 1.4%. All right, man.
Which one do you follow on the bonds? What do you do? Which one do you do?
I mean, dude, I'm trying to get better tickers, right? Because I've never really traded bonds, but I know how they affect the market.
One.
Yeah.
Zebra Boy 1.
Yep.
And then you got there because you don't have the delayed. And then you can look at TLT.
TLT.
All
right. Because then I had all the individual yields and shit looking at them, but that's really, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you go by that. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let me see here. What did you say? TLT?
Yeah, Larry Tom.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, they were talking about on Tasty Trade. Let's see here. Yep. Boom. Yeah, let me pop that on there. I do like that. There we go. Let's save that to traditional.
That's pretty big moves on that right there, man. For that
Oh.
thing, that's pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. 100%. So
Look at it mean reverted right when it touched it up there, what, a month ago?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
This is pretty interesting. So what do we got here? The daily on the NASDAQ E-minis. I mean, we came down here, touched the 3SD band of the reverse mean of log returns. We got the 33 power mean up here at, what, 11,525? That's interesting. I could see this happen. I mean, you get down along these bottom bands here, the data set usually wants to roll back up to this power mean, if not fully mean revert to the RMLR. Let's see if I can do a 1SD move today. 11, almost 12,000. That'd be a good little move, for sure. And what I did have popped up, though, let's jump into this real quick. Let me go back over to crypto. Because Solana, right? Solana's making a little move, and everybody's all excited it's going to keep pumping. Well, look, we know how this rolls. Everything's populating. Come on, TradingView. There we go. So this is what I showed somebody else. I was like, hey, you need to learn about the distribution. You need to learn about where the data set is, right? Where's the RMLR? Where's the 33 power mean? Where are these deviation bands, right? Are the deviation bands starting to squeeze price action? Yeah, they are. Bottom side's coming up real fast too. Look at these wicks. This is the top side of the 99.7 Laplace distribution range. So I started the projection back here because I like this bull wick down here. Instead of starting it here, I started it back here. I usually don't do that, but I like the way this looks because it did go sideways. You can see on these weekly candles, I mean, this one blew out the bottom side of the 99.7 Laplace. Look where it closed though. It went to the top side, third standard deviation. Look how the probabilities played out on that weekly candle. Look where the open and the close ended up. Right in the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. But the outer side of the distribution got tested both ways. That's a lot of volatility.
You moved it over one candle. How come you have your PB going on that one instead of the next one? Just curious. Just ask a question.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. It felt right just because of the volatility in that candle. And there's more of a bullish wick on the bottom. And it did to fly that far out of the distribution, pull all the way back up in the 63. That's pretty bullish candle in my opinion. A lot of people that read candlesticks aren't, they don't read them like pretty much the same way I do. I'm looking at the volatility in the candle. They're just like, what is the name of this candle and what does that candle mean and blah blah blah. It's like, hey man, it's all about volatility. That's what I'm looking for.
Also, if you zoom into that candle, right? Because like you said, you look at the volatility of the candle. If you zoom into it time-wise to a lower time frame, you can see that there was very good reason to actually stick the distribution on that candle.
Oh yeah, you go
Because
lower
it
time
went-
frames; those were all
Because it
bullish.
had that big drop down and that big bounce up, right? So that's telling you, okay, there's a lot of volatility happening in that candle.
Yeah,
So this is a good area to look for a place to put that reversal candle on, and there was right near that bottom of that drop. It was a very good place to put a projection box.
I'm gonna move mine there. That's why I asked. So, because
That's a good question, man. That's a good question.
yeah. And then look
Yeah,
at these.
yeah.
Look at the little dojis here, right? It was just hovering. Solana then had another volatile week. Not as volatile as that one, right? But kind of settled down a little bit for a couple weeks. And look at the wicks right down to the mean of the projection. And then launched right over to predictor flipped. We got to move. Close that weekly candle above the 95.4 Laplace. Kind of a no-brainer. Look at the wick. Came down. Tested the RMLR and then just exploded. Closed above third standard deviation. The 99.7 Laplace is right there. So you get a wick outside the distribution projection, and you got a wick outside the current candle, 99.7 Laplace, and it pulled back down right inside that current candle, 99.7 Laplace, and the projection. The probabilities were there for that baby to pull back and close. So then everybody was getting excited, saying this week's going to be massive. We're going to go to the moon, go Solana. Man, I'm telling you, we're at the top of the distribution. This is when people buy tops.
Right.
This is when people buy tops. I'm not interested in buying tops right now in Solana.
Yeah.
There's no way. That's why I have I took Solana, any Solana I had up here, I took it and I bought BONK. Right? And it pretty much worked out perfectly for me. I bought a few $100 million yesterday, not a ton. I think a couple different 10 soul orders or whatever. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing in this new token. I mean, there's a lot of hype around it. Crypto's driven by hype. Crypto's been getting hammered a little bit, right? Especially Solana. It needed something in the ecosystem to give everybody a little. And this free airdrop, man, pretty powerful. And the way, shout out to BONK for sticking it to Frank. I love it. You want to leave Solana? Fucking leave and shut up. I hope you're watching this. Doubt you are, because you got too many bigger things to do with yourself,
Right.
you egomaniac. But yeah, it's funny. He wants to leave. He literally is leaving Solana, and then literally has the balls to tell BONK, "Oh, we should get our airdrop." It's like, get the fuck out of here. BONK tweeted it this morning. We're burning D-God's allocation. The community just rallied around it. Of course, all the D-God holders are complaining. It's like, what are you complaining about? You're leaving the ecosystem. You don't deserve BONK. Go buy some.
So I'm saying, greed is good, dude. Wall Street will never shock you, man.
And
Also, it's still very cheap. Like you can still get a couple million of them for like $1 or
I'm
something.
trying
Yeah.
to buy some here this morning. I just
Super
have
cheap.
a problem with this stupid wallet.
I mean, it's like a couple hundred millionths of $1 or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
You got to
spend a
remember,
buck,
like,
I created
What exchange is it on?
and MCE.
yeah, no, it's definitely on some. Here, check it out.
They
They're
keep
loading
adding
it
every
up.
day. It's
Yeah,
a
what you
hundred
can see, I'm gonna try to buy some. So what exchanges I can do it on? Orco and Radian, right?
Yeah,
and
that's where you can buy it
If you
right
wanna
now
trade it
for sure.
USDT.
Say that again, slower. What's the last
No,
one?
dude, I'm telling you. Everybody listen for a
MCE.
second. That it's listed on Huobi, Gate.io, Bybit. It's about to drop on Binance. It's about to drop on Coinbase. They're fast tracking this. All these exchanges want the trading volume, right? And it's going to
Can I
start
do the
kicking up.
Bybit or no, or MEXC, or is that, or is it, or
Yeah, you can use. Yeah, you can use it on Bybit. I
All right,
guess
Yeah,
now.
Bybit.
because of
Sure.
African. I'll sign up for African on Bybit, put $100. Let's see if I can do
And
it.
everybody's got to remember, like, it's a community meme coin, right? That got
Right.
a free, it was freely airdropped. Dude, these free airdrops in crypto have created some of the most solidified communities in cryptocurrency. I mean, the biggest NFT project in the world was a free mint,
Yep.
right? I mean, and the thing it creates a fucking community of just wow. A lot of pretty
It can
faithful.
if there's
Yeah.
a good hype train behind it.
Yeah, if it gets a good
It
hype
can.
train behind it, and from what
And
Sol's
this one
been
does.
through, woo, it could be powerful. And man, the more exchanges this thing's listed on, this could get really volatile. That's why I took.
Right.
Here's what I did. When I got my free BONK airdrop, I pulled it when I was looking through my wallets. I was like, what the hell is this? Because you get scam shit dropped in your wallets all the time.
Yeah.
You don't touch it. So I didn't, for like a day, I didn't say anything about it. And then all of a sudden I saw somebody talking about BONK and they sold their BONK for a few SOL and all this. I was like, this thing's real? So I immediately fumbled the BONK bag, went to Radium, and I think I got 12 SOL for all my BONK. Then I went to do some research about it, and I was like, oh, fuck, you just fumbled a pretty good bag. So by the time I realized I fumbled the bag, I went to rebuy. It cost me 26 SOL to rebuy back in. So I cashed out for 12 SOL, put in another 26. So, okay, now I'm into it 14 SOL, right? So when it started pumping again, I took my 26 SOL back out, boop, took that profit right off the top, bought a whale with it, and now I'm just riding the free train again. So yeah, it's a good time. Once I realized I fumbled the bag, I couldn't get back in fast enough. And I got in when it was still super low. I was literally telling people too. So was MJ. It was like, man, this thing is barely worth anything. Everybody's like, oh, I'm not getting in that, blah, blah, blah. It's going to dump. And I'm just like, look. It's like, first time, huh? First time in crypto? What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
And in crypto, too, man, it's like, because it's such a, it's a good way to put this without making people upset. It's degen central, really. I mean, there's a lot of people spewing that don't understand markets to begin with. So they're just like, oh, blah, 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 blah. It's like, look, man, crypto's feely. You got to know what crypto is and what kind of hype and what community is behind this stuff, and this could be pretty powerful, right? It's never financial advice, but it's like
that's one aspect of crypto. Yeah, I mean, obviously that's what we're here for, is we're traders, so we're looking for the profits. But there's another aspect of crypto which people always ignore, and people always, the fraudsters especially will talk down to. They'll say it has no utility, to which I say that's absolutely not true. Like like a good crypto and a good blockchain definitely have utility. If it's for nothing else but record keeping, it's a good utility.
Yeah.
And to me, that's an extremely useful use case, and it always has been since Bitcoin first came out. That's why I like it. And some people say to me, "Oh, what's the utility of crypto? It's just to sell it to a bigger pool." It's like, no, the utility. Then you don't understand what crypto is. The blockchains are there to be an accurate accounting tool. And that is an extremely useful case for anything. So to me, whatever. I see utility in crypto for that reason alone.
Yeah. And geez, I thought I was on a weekly SOL chart. It's a daily. Same thing goes, though, exactly what I just said. So we're at the top side of the daily. I'm looking for this power mean to get retested. And that's actually on the daily. That's a 95 for Laplace move. Around $12.30. I mean, usually when you get a rejection up here, you get a rejection at the top side of the distribution, it's going to want to come down here, if not fully mean revert on the RMLR, which that's about $11.42. What does this? Let me see this on the weekly. Great weekly candle. And here's another thing. Yeah, this is what I was showing somebody too. So it also, there's the 2SD on the weekly. Didn't quite get to it, pulled back, but yeah. So this thing's moving, man. Solana's starting to finally move. There's no doubt about it. Time is it? 9:28. Whoops. Let me get this other thing fired up here. Traditional markets getting ready to open up.
One is right at the weekly R1.
Let me sign into my account.
Exactly where I said the first downside target was from. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Wow, this is slow. Why the hell is everything so slow? Interesting. VPN. Charge, you little donkey. Alright, let's see here. What is happening? Give me a second. Yeah, Amazon, Lyft, Uber doing me good. It's that fucking Tesla and Coinbase trade. Silly bastards. Alright, let's see here. Brian Armstrong, do something about your company there, buddy. Just go pump your own bags. All right. So yeah, we can, what do we got? 1 minute? Yeah, let's wait till this market opens. I want to see, so where's Tesla pre-market? Barely up. Up just a little bit. About a point. SPY though. SPY's up pre-market 383. Not bad. It's already, let's see where it's probably going to open up above the 68.3 Laplace for sure.
380, I see it. 380.2. SPY.
Pre-market? 383.22.
No, you're right.
Yeah. So we're getting ready to populate in real time here. Open up. You sweet little traditional market, volatile little beast. Let's see what's down. Tesla's up. Yeah, that just a point. Crude been getting hammered. I like it. Crude has been getting hammered. So yeah, I would imagine. There we go. Yeah, opened up way above the 68.3 Laplace. Probably going to come down and test this daily range here pretty shortly. 382.16, which is literally just right above the top side of the weekly volatility range. 68.3 Laplace on the dailies by the top side of the weekly. 1SD's up here at about 385, 385.09. What else is sticking out? Let's see here. What is the dollar doing?
Yeah.
Humming. The dollar is above its weekly range for, it was struggling for about a month. Every new population of that weekly range, it was rejecting off of it. And let me see here. But now you've got the weekly below the new monthly. And that move in the middle of the night brought it right back down, tested the center of the weekly. But now look, here's the center of the monthly range. Here's the center of the weekly. The dollar is just bouncing in between it right now, at least on this 15-minute chart. We're about to see what's going to happen. Something's got to give. So is it going to bust to the top side of the monthly range and find some support there? Is it going to drop back down below the weekly? Which, if that happens, all these risky little assets are probably going to pump. Would not doubt it at all. And like we already talked about the minis, right? The minis are just hanging around their weekly range. You got to put some distance, but the data set has to put distance between itself and these weekly ranges, or it will reacquire the target. Usually happens. Definitely usually happens. That's why we trade the way we do. Use these levels. The distribution probability levels, right? The price action volatility ranges. When most people see this, they see noise. Alpha traders, we love noise. The more noise, the better. That's why you look at this chart and you're like, man, that's a lot of noise. Yeah, but every little piece of this noise, it's like a little symphony in my ear, man. Got to have noise. When you're trading volatility, you need to have indicators that all work together to give you an idea. Because volatility by itself, hey, it's all good, right? If you really understand this indicator, you can definitely trade it. But boy, it's so much easier when you have everything else along with it. For sure. But the way we have this indicator set up, gives you good profit taking, good entries, all that. But saying that, you cannot just sit here with a volatility indicator and just trade a time frame. Well, I'm going to just trade the 4 hour. Well, I'm just going to trade the 33-minute chart. No. When you need to be able to have a workflow in these time frames, especially the intraday, to understand where to get your entries, right? Don't get entries on the 4 hour. Don't even get entries on the 90-minute, 45-minute, 33-minute. You need to be able to work all the way down. This is my entry zone down here, like 3, 6, 9-minute charts. This is where I'm really looking for my entries at. So that's what I do. Not financial advice. Let's see here. Yeah, you can get your entries on any time frame you want, but I highly suggest you look into building yourself a workflow. I don't care how you trade, what indicators you use, right? You just got to create yourself an edge. And most edges in traditional technical analysis, right? Just what everybody's being taught. There's no edge there. There is, but it's a cliff. And the retail traders continually fall off of it. They'll get one good trade, and then they're like, I'm the best trader ever. Look at this victory. I made all this. Look at this percentage move. But they're not thinking about their P&L for the year where it's like 20%, right? 10, 20%, maybe at the top's 30%. And they think that they're a good trader. It's like, in the end, it's all about profit and loss. And if you're only winning 30% of your trades, hey man, you're a loser. You're a loser. It's okay. Get on the winning team. Get on the winning team. So let's see. What can we look at here? What am I missing? What am I missing? Go to general. Okay. Let's take a peek here. Now that traditional is open, I want to look at... Let's look at Tesla. See if this thing's going to have a chance to get out of the way of itself here. Here's the daily. Goodness gracious. I mean, the Z-score log returns is down, right, on the daily. Creating some bull div as we speak. There was a bunch of bull div right here on the returns oscillator. The Fishers, man, the Fishers were going strong during this little up move. They're kind of turning down. But now, entropy's trying to go back into randomness. It's just, man, this trend to the downside. We had a little break right here. The prediction model flipped, but then it flipped back to the downside. Volatility is contracting, negatively correlated. I mean, everything I'm seeing right here on the daily chart, I mean, fucking, this should be a good day for Tesla. Let's see. Yeah, there's bull div on lease, log return, Z-score, Fisher, building, DLP, yes. Definitely random price action, contracting volatility. It's kind of flat. It is starting to slope, but it's significantly negatively correlated right now. There's a variance coming down on the 4-hour. What's a 90-minute doing? Starting to turn up. The 45. The Fishers are up. What were they doing on the 90? Starting. 2 are up. What was that on the 4-hour? Yep, 1 are up, 3 are down. There's a 33-minute chart. Yeah, the prediction model on the 33 going into the end of the day yesterday definitely popped to the top side. Shannon entropy percentiles looking good. Flat volatility, sloping negative, getting this nice little 33-minute candle up to the 95.4 Laplace on the bands right there. Boop! When's this 33-minute candle close? Let's see here. 20. Oh, we just got a new one. So that was quick. That was quick. Looks like it's trying to make a push on this first 33-minute candle here. What's that, 114? 114. So yeah, this is what I continually do. I use these charts together. So I'll go over here on Tesla. 114, huh? Where's that? Yeah, it's first standard deviation move. Or wait, God, that's Solana. Give me a... What the fuck am I doing? Hold on here. Bring this down a little bit. That was 112. I would imagine 95.4 Laplace probably. Let's see here. Nope, it's 117. Bottom of the weekly range, 116. Well, it looks like the 4-hour 95.4 Laplace is right there around the 114 area. 13, that is a support level for the weekly range. Yeah, I can see Tesla move here. I mean, it's literally trying to get up, stay above its daily range, which topside's at 111. So it's stuck right in the daily range right now. You can see, this is it right here. Where are you? There it is. There's the bottom side. Boop. Top side. Bam. Kind of a tight range, too, so Tesla's probably going to trend. Lately, it's been to the downside, right? But something's got to give here. Something's got to give. At some point, all the people that Elon pissed off are going to be done selling. These algos take advantage of shit like this, man. I don't think these things are shorting this thing to the ditch. Short sell Tesla into the fire. It's all good. Hell, it's been beat the hell up. We all know that. Tesla is beaten and broken. And Elon's just cheery as fuck going off on Twitter about shit. Gotta love it. But yeah, right? He lost to billions and billions and billions of dollars, but we were talking about that the other day. I mean, how much is enough? I mean, still, that's gotta sting. It's gotta sting. It's a lot of money, man. I don't care how many billions you have. You lose that many, it's like, Your accountant's calling you. You need to sell all your houses. Which I believe he already did. I want one of his boxables. That's what I want. Looks pretty cool. What can we do here? Let's see. Just seeing if anything sticks out. Anything taken off? Got any outliers here? Yeah, Meta up 3%. Tesla, I mean, it is up 3%. I think it's going to move. Yeah, the Vegas, Coinbase up 5.83% right out of the gate. That's good to see. That's why everything on this options, on my options trading chart is green. Go, baby. Go, baby. What's Amazon doing? Amazon's down start today, 1.2%. That's what I want to look at. Let's look at Amazon real quick. Where are you? Where are you on the weekly? Yeah, I mean, look at this long-term bull div, man. A lot of bull div, DLP, returns oscillator, Z-score of log returns, and volatility on the weekly on Tesla or on Amazon is just boogered, right? Printing an 8 on the 525. I'm still trending to the downside. This is starting to slope up hard though to go to take price action back into randomness. That's why people out there, you know, yeah, there's a lot of squawking people that don't understand trend. Why do I say that? Well, these guys have been in the markets for decades. It's like, I don't give a shit. If you don't understand entropy, you're not understanding real trend. There's not a lot of good tools out there. So people want to like recognize trend by, oh, it's trending, look. And it's like, dude, you got to have entropy. You got to know when the actual data set is trending and when it's heading back into randomness. And so these people will say, well, it's bullshit. The markets are totally random. No, they're not. No, they're not totally random. They're random a lot of the times because when you go into trend and you hit these deviation levels, you're immediately going to go back up into randomness. That's the way entropy works. So if somebody's talking about trend in the markets and they're not using entropy, I'm not even listening to them. Right? Because we've all searched for years for good ways to really see when a data set is trending. Because it's bullshit that it's totally random. It's just not true. But because they don't want to just come out and say it, I don't know, because they've been saying for years that the market's totally random. It's like, come on, man, you're wrong. You're wrong. If you had the right tools, you would recognize when the market is trending. Boom, got that out of my system. Let's see here. Let's look at the 21 day. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, man. Amazon's just been beat the hell up. It's got bull div too. Look at the Fishers. They're almost down by the 3 SD band. The trend to the downside's bouncing off this 2 SD band too. Can't get any correlation. Not enough history on the 21 day, which that's fine. That's fine. I really wanted to see the returns oscillator and the log return Z-score. Because definitely on the returns oscillator, there is bull div between returns and price action. That's the only divergence that matters. It is. I don't care what anybody says. If they're over in traditional TA and they're squawking about divs with freaking MACD, RSI, stochastics, it's total BS. It deserves an unfollow, in my opinion, because they're misleading people about what really matters, right? Either they're just blatantly ignorant about it or they're part of the scam. Yeah, man. It's just not, it's not a way to try to read divergences. That's why divergences have got a bad name with a lot of traders. Don't trade divs, it's all bullshit. Yeah, it is bullshit if you're using those indicators. It's not bullshit if you're using the returns and price action though, right? The divergence between them, especially because price action follows returns. This is what we try to explain to people that have been sucked into the scam that is traditional technical analysis. Yes, that 99.9% traders use. We've been screaming this from the mountaintops for years now that it is a scam. There's other people out there doing the same thing. Go watch Keith at Hedgeye. He's a riot. He's got all kinds of funny names for all the different indicators. They're all about volatility. They're all about volume. That's all Hedgeye is, man. Smart guys over there too. There's a reason why they are a great hedge fund. Let me see here. All right, let me go down here to the daily. Yeah, here's the pop. Yeah, bull div, lots of bull div everywhere on Amazon. I'm not too worried about Amazon. This thing's definitely, now depending on market conditions overall, which, I mean, I said it before the end of the year. I thought the first quarter was going to be pretty good for these markets. We're going to see, because they've been bashed, man. You can only sell so damn much. We'll see, though. We will shortly see. Yeah, there goes Coinbase, man. Go, baby. Coin. Yep, up 7.2%. Looks like a lot of this is starting to pay off. Really nice. Good. Define risk plays, right? If you want to get in options, you want to start out with the defined risk strategies, right? Because there is an inherent risk in options, right? There is a lot of leverage. I mean, you buy one options contract, it's 100 shares of stock. I mean, you got to know what you're doing for sure. And the defined risk strategies are the best way to start for sure before you start selling. Because options were made to sell, right? So when you start selling options, it can get risky real fast. That's why you need to learn how to sell options, but be in a defined risk strategy. Iron condors are great. They really are. Pretty much, it's just a strangle. It's just a strangle with wings. That's all it is. And those wings define the risk and the profit. Then you just search the charts, setting up different trades, and you're looking at the probability of profit, right? And the probability of getting 50% profit. And when those numbers jive and the deltas are right, it's a no-brainer, man, to enter these trades. Especially when you're selling options. I mean, your goal is to get 50% profit and get the hell out. I mean, best case scenario, you're entering options positions 45 to 60 days out. You are exiting them 21 days till expiration. That's best case scenario. Whatever. If you're in 10% profit, take your profit, right? If you're at a little loss, see if you can roll for some credit. If not, take the loss, man. Move on. Get that buying power back. It's a no-brainer. All right, let's see here. What else can we peeky-poo at? What time is it? 9:46. I like Amazon. Coin is interesting to me right now. Let's see what's going on in Coinbase land. A lot of volatility right now. I bet you we're probably not going to get any weekly. Yeah, it hasn't been. Yikes. I don't like seeing this Z-score up here this high during this whole drop. I'll tell you what though, I'll take that back, man. I'll take that back. We're gonna have to see, because there definitely wasn't any outliers. There is a lot of bull div on the returns oscillator. Volatility's pretty low too. We're gonna have to drop down here. Let's go to a 5-day. Probably not gonna make much difference. Get a little bit better read there. Yeah, bull div, but it is high up in these confidence intervals. I do not like it. Oh, what was that, 5-day? Volatility totally crushed. No, man, this thing does look good for a pop, though. I'm telling you that right now. What's a daily? Daily's was definitely having outliers. A lot of bull div. Look at all the bull div. All the fishers are up. DLP's finally popping back up to the top side, and it was setting up bull div ever since this move right here, right? All these are lower lows, higher lows on the DLP, higher lows on the returns oscillator, higher lows on the Z-score log returns. A good pop is coming. You can't have that much divergence between price action and returns without there being a very violent move back up or down, depending on what kind of div it is. All the fishers are up on the daily too. Z-score looks good. Returns oscillators above the zero mean. The predictor flipped on the 4-hour, starting to drop. Still random, but yeah, we had this volatility, fell off a cliff right here, right at market open, expanded, positively correlated. So we're getting this what? I mean, we're up 6.5%. It was just over 7%. Makes sense. Drop down through these intraday time frames, having an outlier in the 90-minute. Was there one on the 4-hour? I don't believe. No. Then when that candle closes, though, we're going to see some action. So we're having an outlier. What's sticking out? Yeah, another thing. Volatility was crushed on the 92. Boom. As soon as we opened, volatility expanded all the way up. Damn near, it's almost 100 percentile. Correlation broke right at the open. Positively correlated. Returns oscillators above the zero mean. and having an outlier, like I just said. 45 is definitely having an outlier. Yep, bull div. Boop, boop. Made that pop. Same, volatility wasn't as low, but yeah, all the correlation broke right at open. Love it, love it. All the fishers are up too. Yeah, Coinbase is gonna have a good day. Coinbase is gonna have a good day. Having outliers all over the place on these intraday time frames. Let's see if we're topping here on the 15. Man, the fishers just turned up, starting to be really trending. And there we go. Volatility was crushed. Open of the day, boom. Positively correlated. Volatility expansion to 100%. Lovely. Lovely. And so people watching this for the first time are just like, what the fuck did this guy just say? It's okay, man. Just keep watching. Keep absorbing the knowledge, right? Hang out in the Discord, man. Hang out in the Discord. Talk with people. Ask questions. If you have any questions, it doesn't matter. We're in this community, we are never going to bash anybody for asking a question. Even though other people, well, that's a dumb question. No, there's not a dumb question when it comes to volatility trading. I wish there would have been somebody like I took the bull by the horns, man. I had somebody lead me into volatility and then I just took off with it. And that was the reason, that was one of the main reasons egos got involved, right? There was only going to be one person that understood volatility as much as him. You're right, and I wasn't down with that. So I started being a little devil's advocate, just poking the bear. And he was a bear, right? So I just poked the bear. Thank God we don't have to deal with this guy anymore. But anyway, that's what a lot of us did. There wasn't anybody around teaching us this, man. We literally had to fucking go out and find all this information ourselves. There's not a lot. There's not a lot of information about what we talk about out there on the web. People are like, well, yeah, that's why they don't take it seriously, because YouTube Jimmy's not teaching it, right? All these influencers that are supposedly good traders. I got a news flash for you. I'll go 1-to-1 on any of them. They're not good traders. They're making money because you're buying their crap. You don't hear us. We will never push selling our stuff. Do we have some indicators for sale? Yeah, but we have free indicators and a free chart that we give people immediately to see if you like the volatility trade. You've already lost enough money trading. We don't want you to spend money on indicators you don't even understand how to use. Makes 0 sense. So people get us confused with what we're really trying to do. We are trying to help traders, even if it's one at a time. All right, we will. We are here to help. Okay, what else?
Friendly just.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Unlike most of them.
Right. In Vegas. Yeah, Coinbase back over 7.3% now. Coin's having a good move. I like it too, man. All these trades are turning around, except old Tesla. Although Tesla's trying to move back up. But this thing is, I've been close a couple times of closing out this trade, but I've still got a little over 2 weeks. A little over 2 weeks to expiration. You know, I would usually already be out of this trade, but just the amount, the drop that Tesla did, I'm like, you know what? I can get some of this buying power back because it was a defined risk trade. I think the max loss was only like $240. And so I'm looking at the expiration, I'm looking at the Tesla charts, and I'm like, this thing could easily pull back up 130, 140, 150. I'll barely lose anything. Now, if it got back up into my condor, I think the profit was like $260. So we'll see. But that's a ways to go. And it caught me off guard. And usually when you do these defined risk trades, you're not even looking to adjust anything until you come to that 21 days till expiration. Then make adjustments. You got to give the asset time to work within your strategy. But yeah, Tesla, it punted my strat immediately. And I was just like, oh, frozen. Okay, glad this was defined risk. But now I'm giving it some time, right? You got to give these things some time. What else can we do? Where else can we go? What is sticking out? Somebody stick out. Dun, 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 dun. All the indices are just fucking going sideways right now. Oil. Again, just getting wrecky rude, man. Good. Stop the scam. Stop the scam. Yeah, the markets look great, man. Let's pull this up real quick. Doing. Where is it? Crypto bubble. Boop. Let's see what sectors are fired up here. Oh, yeah. God, Microsoft just getting worked. Wow. Microsoft, G down. Everything's pretty green, man. Everything's pretty green. Software, infrastructure. I mean, the only thing down there is Microsoft, right? Technology's up. Credit services up. Healthcare up. Communication up. Energy kind of down. Energy down right now. Utilities up. Jesus. Most things are up, man. Most things are up. Within these different sectors, you got some outliers, right? G's down. Very interesting. Wanted to check that out real quick. Now, let's go to, what the hell? Hold on. Chart jumping around here. There we go. Where are my crypto bubbles? There's my crypto bubbles. Ding, ding, ding. Let's see. Yeah, Sol up 33%. This is on the week. I love seeing Sol in a big green bubble. LDO, BIT, NAIR, APT. Oh, what's this Ponzi token? Little ape. Good luck. Catalina Whales doesn't have a token because they're smart. They talk to attorneys. They're like, nah. We don't want to get wrapped up thinking this thing's a security. These people, man. These projects that are launching, these NFT projects that are launching tokens, they're going to be, I would not be involved with them, personally. Because at some point, the hammer's going to come down. Uncle Sam's dick is long. It will reach you. It will come find your ass. Let me see. Unless they're in on the scam like a FTX. Yeah, I said it. I don't give a shit. Don't think that doesn't go very high. I mean, this was done on purpose to take crypto down, and boy, it did a great job. Put on your tinfoil hats. Bilbo's in the chat. Let me see. Yeah, looks good though. It's all in here. Not a big crowd. Oh, it's beautiful out today. It was 65. It was almost 65 degrees at 10 o'clock last night. I had the door open. Crazy weather. Went from 30 below to 65 degrees in a week. It's like, wow, what are we doing? Well, let's go over here on burn left. Let's check out Uber. Let's check out old Uber. Uber. Get your Ubers. Volatility is crushed on the 5-day. That's what we're seeing with a lot of these assets, man, on these higher time frames. Like, and 5-day, this is a weekly chart for traditional markets, right? So if you're out there and you're trading traditional and crypto, you need to be looking at the right time frames, right? The weekly definitely is a 5-day. You want to go look at a monthly chart? It's a 21-day. Okay, get it right. It's only you only want to look at the history of days the market's open. Crypto never sleeps. That's why we look at regular weekly charts. We look at 7 days, right? We look at the regular monthly. But yeah, so Uber on the 5-day absolutely crushed. Shannon entropy percentile crushed. One Fisher's turning up. Let's see here. Any bull div? No, but no bear either. So kind of flat. I'm waiting for these Fishers for sure. Shaky. I bet this is going to look better on the daily. Let's get a better chart here. Yeah, there was the bull div. Long term. All the Fishers are up on the daily. Yeah, this is actually having an outlier. Random price action. Going back into randomness while the Shannon entropy percentile is building. This thing could trend, slam this thing, and fully expand. Volatility's totally crushed. Dude, I mean, that's what I like too, man. No hidden bear div at all. Man, this thing just stopped perfect timing. Yeah, this has got some juice in the tank. What's a 4-hour doing? 4-hour looks good too. Having an outlier. All the fishers are charging. They've been a little erratic. Now here we go. This is what I was talking about up there on the daily, right? Got the Shannon entropy percentile starting to expand while I was heading back into randomness. Now, baby's trying to drop into trend. Volatility's kind of flat, negatively correlated. Yep. If this thing expands, you're going to want to see this correlation break. Let's see what's happening on the 90 on the volatility. Yeah, contracting positive. This thing, and we're right up here at the 95 for Laplace on the 90 minutes. So, there's that. Trending now. Trending on the 90 minute, but looking a little toppy up here on the 90. 45 though. 45's having an outlier. Volatility expansion positively correlated, trending. Fishers look good. I'll take that back. Maybe not too toppy. It's got room to run. There's the 33. Same. Looks good. Volatility is expanding, positively correlated. Returns oscillator just got a nice bounce off the zero mean. And like I said, variance outlier. And variance for everybody out there, variance is a spread of data around the mean. And we have correlated it. So when that data spreads from the mean, which the standard deviation of returns is volatility, where is that data set spreading to? It's spreading out to standard deviations, right? Standard deviation levels. And so when you correlate a non-directional indicator like variance to price action, it gives you direction. Look at these outliers. Look at these very tradable outliers. This is on a 33-minute chart. You drop down here where I trade on the 3 and 6 minute chart, these things are endless. But God, look at the 15. Holy crap, man. A lot of great trades here. Just incredible. Incredible. And it all works together. It's like, well, how do you get the entry? Do you wait? No, there's a lot of things that goes into it, right? I'm looking for divergences on these low time frames. That's how I find tops and bottoms, depending on where the z-score is, what's going on with the variance. Has it started an outlier? So many things go into it. It's not just like, I highly suggest learning one indicator at a time if you do get the upgrade and get our package of indicators, because it's we don't want you to get too overwhelmed. And just saying that, you will. That's why. Come ask questions, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
And literally dozens and dozens of indicators to use and to learn, but I mean, it's not about having to necessarily learn or master every single one of them, and certainly not all at once. But it's about learning the fundamentals, like on the volatility starter pack that we have that we give away, and then from there, once you understand the basics, learning the the rest of them one at a time, and figuring out which ones best fit your trading strategy. And I mean, there's certainly kind of a short list of indicators that are maybe higher priority than others if you're when you're starting out, and we can certainly help, like in our Discord, suggest different things. And if you have questions about any of the indicators, we're happy to answer and make them as useful as possible, because I mean, they are built literally for trading. They're not built to just sit around an armchair, right? They're built for traders, not pontificators. So that's what we do in trading.
Right. Ooh, nice. It's got a good telegram. That's lovely. From the Catalina Dow. That's right. Hold on, I'm looking at something real quick. Hilarious. You gotta love crypto. Jesus. I'm running out of steam here. Let me see here. Yeah, coin pulled back hard. Okay. Pop it. Whoops. Wrong. Traditional. There's crypto. Cardano up 5%. Hoskinson coin. We're fans. I like it. Leading the pack right now, too.
Yeah. It's been good all day, man. Frankly, I mean, Cardano's been having a nice day.
I mean, hello. Look at the 33-minute.
Yeah.
Outlier.
Yeah.
Massive outlier. I mean, I could throw on a fucking cone here. It's just cone. I can throw on a projection boss. This will be lovely. The Laplace. Yes, it is. Let's move this into the party. From the bottom, be honest. Yeah, it's about right. Let me see those. Where did this outlier start at? Yeah, let's move it up. Let's move it up. Even though there was a little outlier there, it's all good. So this needs to, yeah, right to the bottom. Yeah, that nice little bullish little doji there. I think they call that a dragonfly. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Was it an outlier? Yeah. What is an outlier? Here's the 95.4 Laplace distribution range on this projection. Above this, right? That is an outlier just going there. It continued. It went outside the 99.7. And this is, you will see this time after time after time after again. When you get outside the distribution, especially the 9999 percentile range, you're going to go sideways and reacquire this distribution. This is inside the 99.7, which makes sense. This gives great targets, though. Fantastic targets. Cardano expanding. Yeah, but I want the daily. Let's get the daily on here. Yeah, Cardano comes in today. Volatility was crushed. Expanding volatility, positively correlated. Bull div. Bull div pop for sure. Low. Lower low. Low. Higher low. Zip. Right back up above the zero mean, and having that outlier on the daily. Fishers are just a bag of cats, but they are all blue. Okay, let's see here. I haven't looked at Cardano on a weekly in a while. But what am I seeing? Just like a lot of crypto, man. Just so much bull div between returns and price action. All over the place. All the fishers are up on the weekly too. All the fishers are up on the weekly too. That's always good. Always good. What's a 2-day look like? Good. Expanding volatility. Positively correlated. Bull div right at the bottom there. Yep. Bull div on the returns oscillator. Yeah, 2-day. Same. Everything up. Everything looking good. Bull div. Fishers up. Z-score. Boom, boom, boom. Everything's fantastic. Little 3-day, man, I have noticed. 3 days gives me some wild reads on volatility, though. It's always the fucking little outlier, man. It's expanding negatively correlated. When's this close, though? 3-day. Jesus, just open, which makes sense, right? It's a macro time frame. When you have this volatility expansion like that on 3-day candle, the correlation just hasn't caught up yet, hasn't broken. That's why you drop down through. Boom. It's broke on the 2-day. Yeah. And the daily and all the way down through. Good stuff. Good stuff. Where the hell is Matt? Alpha Trading. I can't believe he's not screaming about BONK. I woke up, he already had sent me a DM about freaking BONK tweeting that they're burning D-God's allocation of BONK. I was half asleep laughing. I was like, yeah, you go. Shots fired. Pew, pew. This is gonna be fucking Twitter gold here soon. There's gonna be some fun shit happening. Get your popcorn. Get your popcorn. We already know how crypto Twitter is. This will be fucking funny. Because that guy and a lot of his community are just egomaniacs. They want to shit on Sol and leave the blockchain. And then, but you want the free airdrop. It's a riot, man. People just never cease to crack me up. Only in crypto, man. I say that, but yeah. Traditional financial markets have been a fucking freak show forever anyway, too. That's why. It's risky. That's why somebody in the chat was like, it's just way too much risk. I'm like, this is why you'll never be a good trader, man. You don't run from risk. You want risk, for crying out loud.
Unless you're looking for long-term stable investments,
Yeah.
risk is that's the whole point of being in markets actively. If you want to be in a market relatively inactively, go be an investor. That's what it's for.
Yeah. You don't like a lot of risk? Go to Forex, man. Do something.
You go to stocks, go to stocks that don't much, go to bonds or whatever.
Yeah. Go trade gold.
Small.
Watch your grass grow. I mean,
Go trade some rice. Go trade some cotton.
Yeah. It was like I
They
learned.
don't move too much. They move, but they don't move too much.
Yeah, big time. Biggie, big time.
Put your money in your pension fund or whatever.
Yeah. See what Bonk's doing. Bonk's flying around, rejecting off the center of these bands. And I misspoke yesterday. And it's what I was doing. So I throw these volatility bands, right? First off, these are created with bad math, right? The 20 SMA. Yasha came in and saved me from that foo bar because I just ran with it. I'm used to looking at our volatility band, so I'm talking about standard deviations. But from somebody coming from traditional TA and you want to start learning a little bit, at least start getting your eyes on what volatility bands look like and what happens when you get a squeeze and stuff. You know, these aren't really standard deviations, but this will help the traditional TA trader make that transition. And this is all we got right now. But it's not. Oh, wait a minute. What the fuck, man? Hold on, I'm getting excited. What's the chances of there already being charts on BONK since it's a Bybit? Oh, I'm happy. Oh, we got a BONK tether pair. Look at the daily candle. This is Anuobi. Let's go to the 15-minute. Yeah, I mean, it literally just got listed, but I'm stoked. Let's drop on the 3-minute. See what's going on here.
Drop on the 1 second, bro. Drop on the
I know, right? Here, go to the 1 minute. Let's get some sort of history here.
There you go. Get a projection, boss. Boom.
Fucking hilarious. So, no, this is good to know. We finally got some charts. We can actually use our... Excuse me, I'm hiccuping. We can use our indicators. Right?
Real tools now.
Can use real tools now to see what the hell's going on these projections. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, it's on now, BONK. You in trouble. Alpha Trade has got you. Alpha Trading has you in its sights. That is so sweet. What is that? BONK tether Huobi. I'm gonna wait till this thing. Although, is that the? Let me see something here. BONK USDT Huobi. God, it's everywhere. Hell, it's on Poloniex, CoinX. But yeah, Huobi's gonna have the it's gonna have the longest history. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this bad boy. Crypto. Hell, it needs its own category. Just BONK. Throw all the highly volatile assets in with BONK. Yeah, volatility contracting right now. See, look at this volatility just fall off a cliff right here. Boom. But like I said, we're on a 1 minute chart. There's not enough history to even get a correlation, which is fine. Look right now, returns oscillator, printing some bull div on the returns oscillator right now. But yeah, this is. Ooh, I'm kind of excited now. It's time to really get knee deep into BONK.
Yeah, I mean, once you got our actual tools on it, then you.
Yeah.
Here we go. I was like, okay.
Yeah, for sure. And at some point, probably at the end of today, we'll be able to get some variance reads on these lower time frames. If you want to go scalp a little bonky bonk, and even if you it's not financial advice. If you're not on these exchanges, you can't trade on these exchanges. Hey man, there's plenty of dexes out there. Read the charts. You got to know when to swap in and swap out. Right? If you're swapping on a dex, you can still use these charts to build bags. Now, obviously, you can't short it. Right? You can't short the thing. But just have a nice bag of Solana ready to swap in and out. Grow your BONK stack.
Or just trade it on USDT if you want.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's...
USDT, you don't even have Solana, right? You could certainly do that now on those exchanges of Solana.
Well, yeah, but a lot of people can't trade on those exchanges, so...
Got to
go to the dexes. But
MCE, I think you can trade on MCE.
Yeah, it's you have to do verification. You forget
Right.
A lot of us
Right,
traders
yeah.
live in America. Uncle Sam cucks us. It's okay. I show up in the morning and say, "Hi, Uncle Sam. I got my rabbit fur jockstrap on." And he can't keep his eyes on, so he turns away, and that's when I start DJing. It's all good. I got my little tricks. I know how to deal with Uncle Sam. Let me see here. Yeah, but we do. We got a little projection on the 1 minute.
I think you use Bybit, right?
Do what?
I think you can use Bybit in the U.S.
I mean, I think there is a level that you can use.
Yeah, there's like up to a couple Bitcoin a day, I think.
Oh, I don't know, man. I think all of them collectively drop down. You can only withdraw $2,000 a day if you don't have a verified account.
Oh, well, I don't know about that, but I know you can, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I have a,
I mean, I checked way back when, and it was all like that. There wasn't any exchange. I think that was kind of like the deal they came to with the regulators. They wanted to make sure there wasn't a lot of money, you know, moving with unverified accounts. So they topped it out at $2K a day, which, hell, it's not bad. 14,000 a week.
Right.
Get away with that.
And you Bybit too, right?
That's $1 million fucking dollars.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Okay. Well, I got BONK on the charts now. Just no history. No freaking history at all. Wonder if there's even enough to bring this projection all the way back here on the 1 minute. This little move here. Yeah. Look at BONK right outside the distribution. What happens? And this is what we want. Right? This is, I haven't been able to do this when you start getting these moves. Where's BONK's data set on these moves? Especially, I was looking at the 15-minute charts, wanting to see some local tops. Right? I mean, allegedly, I might, at these tops, swap back into SOL. And when you mean revert, then you swap back into BONK. I think there's a name for that. I'm not going to say it on air. That's what some of us allegedly do. It's all allegations, though.
Lots of swapping.
Lots of swapping. Nothing wrong with the old swap.
No.
That's what she said. I'm just sitting there degenerating on a 1 minute BONK chart. I need help. I need help. But no, it's just sweet. Love it.
The 1 hour. I'm just having a nice little bit of a walk down since the last few hours. It's just been, gradually coming down.
Right.
Making a good area for the possible next entry.
Yeah, boy, look at these micros, man. They got up above that weekly. Woo, they dumped right down. Why? Look at the dollar. Dollar just shot up. We were just talking about the dollar being stuck between the center of the monthly, center of the weekly. Look where it launched off of, right? Look where it launched off of. Boom. Top of the weekly range. Boom! Straight up above the center of the month. I'll tell you what, man, if the dollar gets up above like 104, 104.5 area, watch out. Watch out. But like I said, man, if you do not put distance between the data set in these macro volatility ranges, they're magnets, man. They will be reacquired. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot. You got to really move away. You got to move a large percentile away from them. Because it is. It's just strong. It's a pull. It's a pull. Let me see here. But yeah, no. It's pretty good. What time is it? 10:17?
There's a BONK Uniswap chart.
Is there?
ETH. Yep.
BONK Uni.
BONK Uni on wrap to ETH, and it goes back to.
Let me see here. Yeah, I mean, more charts are going to be popping up as we.
No, that's that's BONK token, but it's also BONK. It's on wrapped ETH. And that goes back to April, dude.
Yeah, it's a different token.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally not it. BONK. Yeah, any BONK charts on any of the exchanges are going to be very fresh. Very fresh.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the oldest one to see which one is the most dated.
Yeah, this volatility is definitely going to kick up. as it gets listed on these exchanges. All the degens get a hold of it. They love meme coins.
Tom Poloni actually knows a lot of degens on it.
Oh yeah.
And Big True and CoinX, dude. Things tapping out on degen Central.
Yeah, Coinbase holding strong though. I like seeing that. Well, yeah, I mean, that's about it too. And I got some stuff I need to do, so when we wrap it up, see how this market plays out today. We'll get back at it in the morning. For show. Pretty much covered everything that needed to be covered. It's still the beginning of the year. These markets are going to shake out a little bit. They are definitely going to shake out a little bit. So yeah, if you are watching Alpha Trading for the first time, we trade the VEPS, volatility, entropy, probability, and statistics. Doesn't matter what you're trading. The VEPS works on everything. Let's see. So if you, the link to our Discord's in the description of all of our videos. Come in, open up a support ticket, request the Volatility Starter Pack. Ask questions. Don't just sit there like a bump on a log. We're here to help you. We're not gonna make fun of you for asking questions. It might seem like a dumb question to you because you don't understand it, but they're not. Trust me. You get a lot of helpful people. So yeah, that being said, wherever you live at on this big, beautiful blue marble, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, and evening. See you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you guys.